Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you guys how to do some lazy hair days with some bandanas. If you guys haven't washed your hair and you're like, oh my god, I'm running late, I just need to throw my hair up, or I just need to go run some errands or do something like that, quick and easy, I'll show you guys how you can use bandanas to kind of dress up those lazy hair days. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with it wide open. And I'm going to take one of the corners and match it to the opposite corner. And we want to make sure that everything is nice and neat. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to go from where the fold is, and you want to start folding that directly upwards towards the end of the other corner. You're going to start to fold it. Remember, if you're doing a skinnier one, you want to make sure that they are a little bit thinner. Once you get to the top where that little corner is, you definitely don't want that to be hanging out. So what you're going to do is take that little corner and kind of tuck it in to that fold that you just created, and then you're ready to use it on your hair. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few different hairstyles that you can use a bandana with. So let's get started. So the first style that I'm going to do is going to be a little puff, a puff or a poof, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do a little puff here in the front. Especially this is going to be good for those of you girls who have a little bit more oiliness in the scalp area and towards the front of your hair, because that is where most of our oil tends to show. So I'm going to do this little puff here, and I'm going to take the rest of my hair and bring that to the side, and we are going to create a little braid. Now if you don't want to do a little braid, you don't know how to braid, or maybe a braid isn't for you, you can always just go ahead and do like a little side ponytail. And short girls, and you can also do this for short hair as well. So what we're going to do is create a little braid, and if you're fancy, you can go ahead and create a fishtail braid. I did a fishtail braid yesterday and it looked super, super cute. But I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one for now. It's just going to be a regular braid. And most of the time, when our hair is a little bit dirtier, it tends to style a lot better. So what you can do is after you braid your hair, we want to create an illusion that it is a little bit thicker. So what we're going to do is pull at these little braids that we just created, tug until they look a little bit fatter, as you can see. And if you have some strayaways like I do, I actually have them, they will all start to fall later on through the day. What I like to use is a little bobby pin. So I'm just going to do a bobby pin here, and then we are ready for our bandana. So the first one I'm going to use is this pink one here. Doesn't matter what color, whatever color either goes with your outfit or whatever color you're feeling for the day. This fatter part, we want to make sure that this goes on the bottom, and we want these little loose ends to go on the top so that we can tie them to create that bow. I'm going to put this underneath, and I'm not putting it underneath this braid because we want to make sure the braid stays forward. So I'm going to put it underneath right where the back of our head is. Then we're going to pull this forward and bring this right to the back of this little poof that we just created. So you can either do it on the front, you can even pull this a little bit sideways and create the little bow on the side, which is one of my favorites. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll just pull it through. You're just going to create a little knot. Again, pull that through, and then sometimes these like things tend to get kind of like mixed up, so you just want to pull it this way like that, and you have yourself a cute little bandana puff and a braid. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how this looks. So the next hairstyle that we are going to do is going to be a ponytail. I'm going to use my red one. This is actually the one that I got a lot of feedback from, that everybody was asking me how to do, and if I can do a tutorial on how to use bandanas with different how to use bandanas with different hairstyles. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I got the ponytail look with my bandana. So first things first, I'm just going to pull my hair back. There's really no secret to how to do a ponytail. I like the messier it is, the better for me. I like my ponytails at the very, very top of my head, and using a bandana with this hairstyle, I think it looks better too. Alright, so we're going to make sure that our ponytail is nice and tight, and like I said, I like it at the very top of my head, so it kind of like fountains over when I put my bandana on. So with this one, I am going to be doing a little bit more of a thicker bandana. Go ahead and watch how I do this one. Same way that we created the other one, I just had one corner meet the other opposite side of the corner, and I brought those two together, flattened it out. Now on this side, I'm going to create a little bit bigger of a fold. So I'm going to do that, keep folding it over with a little bit bigger fold it over once again, and then we're going to take that little flap and just hide that in our little fold that we created. Alright, so now you guys can see this one is a little bit thicker than the one that we just created. With this one, I want it to kind of cover my ears, because what I'm really going for is like that pinup look. And it's so effortless, it's so easy to do, so I'll show you guys how I did that. Now, like the other hairstyle, we want to make sure that the fatter part of the bandana is going to be at the back side of your head. So what you're going to do is put this here, and then with this ponytail, we want to make sure that it is on the opposite side of the bandana. We're going to pull that bandana forward and over our ears, just so that if you guys have earrings, just the earring will show. I'm going to have this one twist towards the side, because I did tell you guys that that's the one that I like the most. So what I'm going to do is just make a little tiny knot and make it a little bit tighter, so that it will stay on. Me personally, I hate to use bobby pins to keep them on because they never stay on anyways. So I just try to make them nice and as tight as possible. And voila! And last but not least, for our last style, if you guys want to use a bandana as a hairband, you can definitely do so. So what I'm going to do is fold it the exact same way that we folded the other two, just a little bit skinnier so it looks more like a headband and not a bandana. And this one, instead of having the fatter part of the bandana at the back, we're going to keep this up at the front. So what I'm going to do is make sure that your hair is parted the way that you want it to look when you have your bandana on. We're just simply going to push this back, push our hair back that way, and just bring the two ends at the very back of the neck. Tie those two together and make sure that they are as tight as possible so your bandana does not move. Alright, so now once that is done, you can go ahead and put your hair back like so, and you're just going to push this backwards a little bit so it gives your hair a little bit of a lift and a little oomph. And that is it for my tutorial on how to wear a bandana for those lazy days. Now I'm just letting you guys know bandanas are so easy to find. Literally, I've seen them at like beauty stores, I've seen them at swap meets, at the mall. There's so many different places that you guys can find bandanas, so just go out. There's different colors you can find. There's like gray ones, pink ones, blue ones, black ones, red ones. There's a whole array of colors, so just find the ones that you think that you would wear the most. It is so easy to do, and trust me, it hides the oiliness, the greasiness. If you have flat hair, throw your hair up and roll one of these on, because it really is the easiest way to do your hair, and you're like out the door. Which reminds me, I have some errands to do. So, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until my next video, I'll see you guys soon. Mwah!